All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the show. My name is Pat Moriarty, and I'm here to deliver you educational, entertaining, and informative surf content. So today's episode is a super exciting episode. We have a submission from a fan. Um, this guy Kaan reached out to me on Instagram. He said, "Hey man, I got some videos. Would you recommend? Would you be able to do your series where you compare your surfing to pro surfers for some of his surfing?" So I'm going to do a little video analysis. We're going to compare Gabe Medina's surfing to Kaan surfing. And this is a super exciting milestone in the show's history. So this is the first ever fan submission. So shout out to Kaan for submitting his video to me. And without further ado, let's get to it. So I'm going to be comparing Kaan surfing to Gabe Medina's surfing. Gabe Medina is a guy who has such a powerful surfing style. He's able to get really compressed and fight through waves really well. So we're going to run through Gabe Medina's surfing. I'll talk about it a little bit, and then we'll show Kaan's surfing, and we'll give him a few tips on some things he can improve on. So without further ado, let's get to it. So good seeing these in slow-mo. You can really see how compressed they can get, and the just the body exaggerations that Gabe Medina is able to have here. Super, super impressive. Look at how he has both hands tracking where he wants to go on the wave. So when he's trying to pump and generate speed, he's got both hands going. And then when he cues up that turn, that's when his hands split apart and he puts that lead arm forward and then starts to turn like that. Super cool to see. Look at how calm and composed he is in the pop-up position. And he holds that board so perfectly where it's just an inch above the water. This is something that I'm trying to work on. And just starting from the pop-up, being able to hold that nose just right above the water, you're using all that potential energy of the wave. So if the wave's like this and you're able to press that nose down as far as you can without nose diving, you're able to use that gravitational energy that the wave provides to your advantage. And that's why he's able to hop up and generate speed so well. Additionally, when he pops up, look at how compressed he is. So this is something I've talked about in the past, but look at the shoulder, knee, front foot. That's compressed like a spring, and that allows him to do this. That hop motion, bang. This is such an important part of the wave where he's going down his backside. He's able to compress right off the pop-up and then hike up the wave. That gives him more potential energy to then be able to generate speed going down the wave and cue up his turn. Really, really good. Super impressive surfing there from Gabe Medina. Okay, so that's one of the best surfers in the world. He's been doing it his whole life. And next on the scene, we have fan of the show, Kaan. This was taken, I think he said, a year and a half ago, or maybe half a year ago in Costa Rica. So we got some mellow waves here. Some dude almost dropped in on him, but he got the inside. And Kaan, let's see him rip. Yeah, brother. So a nice fun wave there. What Kaan does a great job of here throughout the wave is he takes off at the peak, right? You can see here, takes off at the peak. He's inside. This dude who thought he was going to get that wave. Sorry, brother. This one's Kaan's wave. And so he does a great job with that. He also does a great job of sticking by the white water to generate speed. So a lot of beginner surfers, they will head out to the shoulder here and lose all their speed because there's not a lot of power in the wave right here. But Kaan does a great job of sticking by that white water, maintaining his speed, and being able to generate 2 or 3 good turns like that. One thing you'll notice, Kaan generates his turns, I think this is sort of something that you could carry over from like a surf skate that doesn't necessarily generate into surfing on waves. The way to generate turns and speed in surfing is more of an up-down motion where your body is compressed. So if we go back to this stage of the wave here, and we compare it to Gabe Medina, I'll throw a screenshot of Gabe Medina in here. Look at the top of the wave here, you want to be super, super compressed and be heading down the wave. That's sort of where the potential energy is, right? So it's something I talk about. You're in the good spot on the wave, but your body, so you have the potential energy from the wave, but your body isn't compressed. You're still elongated. And that's why these turns maybe aren't as powerful as they could be. So if you were sort of crunched up like a spring and like a ball of potential energy at this point in the wave, this would allow you to shoot down the wave faster because your pump would be more exaggerated. And then you could jut out to this part of the wave here, snap a turn, and then come back to the whitewater, regain speed, and do it again. So your turns could be more exaggerated lines coming out here, drawing back, instead of just sort of winding around like this. The motions you have, you do a great job of using your upper body for turning, right? You got the arm leading and turning like so, which is great. But there's really no body compression. Your body sort of stays in the same the same length for the entire wave. But with surfing, what you realize, it's much more of an up-down motion than it is just that twisting side-to-side motion. One more wave that Kaan sent in. Alrighty. So here, let's take a look at the pop-up here. This is a really good job on the pop-up. He's got his nose of the board just above the water, like I like to see. You can see his head. He's looking where he wants to go. Really good job of getting him set up and ready to attack the wave. I'd say one thing that I noticed here versus Gabe Medina is, again, that compression, right? He was able to hop up and be super compressed. So he's immediately able to start generating speed right off the pop-up. And then we can see in Kaan's form here, it sort of takes him a few seconds to be able to lock into the wave and generate speed. Additionally, it seems like there's a bit of weight on that back foot, a bit too much weight on that back foot. And as you can see, the wave sort of rushes under him and he's not able to keep going here. He sort of misses that tail part of the wave. And in general, in surfing, you put more weight on that front foot, and that's the accelerator. The back foot is sort of the brake and the turner. So on this wave here, I'd recommend putting a bit more weight in that front foot. And I think combining that and then with what we talked about in the first wave, more compression. So more of a more compression between the front foot, knee, and shoulder, trying to squeeze that all into like a ball at the top of the wave. And then when you go down the wave and begin to pump, you elongate it to as long as your body is. And Kaan, you seem like a pretty tall kid, so you should be able to really exaggerate it and get a ton of power there. And I think you have really good surfing style. And the one thing that could be improved, I would say, is your speed. So I think takeaways here, you're going to look to improve your speed generation on the wave. And you can do that by, one, staying compressed at the top of the wave, and then elongating your body as you pump and cruise down the wave. So that's number one. And then number two, try putting a bit more weight in your front foot. That's also just stepping on the accelerator and will allow you to generate speed. So you want to think about surfing more in an up-down motion, and then use the rotation on the turns. So up-down generates speed. And then when you approach a turn, that's when you can use sort of that surf skate maneuver and twist your body. So That's my video analysis of Kaan surfing. Thanks for the fan submission. Super excited to have that. Anyone else who wants their surfing analyzed, please send me an Instagram DM. More than happy to do it. And Kaan, hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully anybody watching found that helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Goes a long way in helping the channel. Thanks, guys.